good morning. Welcome back. It's now 5 minutes past 7 a.m. Karibu sana. It's the second day of December 2025. We are getting into the discussion. Today being a Tuesday, we talk about people and politics. And my guest already in studio. I have Wafula Mutacho, immediate left. Wafula Mutacho is Ford Kenya chairperson of Trans Nzoia County. Good morning, Umwami.
Morning, Victor.
Karibu sana.
Pleasure to meet again.
Asante.
Is it Jerusalem? Yes.
Yes, you're in Jerusalem. Clearly. Yeah. And Mark Ndingo, who is a Mheshimiwa, I will tell you why. And is a politician, a political analyst as well. Again, he's not new to Jerusalem. Good morning.
Good morning, Victor.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Apologies from Kevin Osido, who is Executive Director of County Governance Watch. He has got some emergency to take care of, so that is well accepted. But we have to do this. Okay, so let me take you through the front page of the local dailies. Very first, on the front page of the Star newspaper, 2 top court judges to retire as 2027 looms. That is the exit of Justice Mohamed Warsame and DCJ Philomena Mwilu triggers succession debate. That is on the front page of the Star newspaper. Inside the battles facing Governor Gladys Wanga. Again, that is on the front page, but the story continues on page 7. That is what is here. And then again, there's a story about rebellion as Northern MPs accuse Ruto of quote-unquote neglect over roads construction. That is on the front page of the Star newspaper. On the front page of the Standard, hit by Russia's war. Hit by Russia's war. In Rwaka, a family is shattered after their father, a matatu driver, was duped into traveling to Russia for a job only to be forced into military service and killed on the front line in Ukraine. Their grief exposes a far wider crisis. Africans are being swept into a covert Russian recruitment, pipeline that preys on poverty and desperation. Security officials and global analysts say that Moscow is targeting vulnerable populations to plug its troop shortages while also shielding Russians from the true cost of war. Governments are now being urged to urgently protect citizens from this deadly dragnet. That is on the front page of the Standard newspaper. Of course, Standard has been running that story for quite some time. On the front page of the Daily Nation, when public schools leave poor behind. When public schools leave the poor behind, state faulted for failing to increase funding to match inflation because of the school capitation. A new report, which is quite damning, says that has exposed inequalities in Kenya's education system, where a majority of learners in public schools lag behind those in private institutions due to inadequate funding, teacher shortages, and congestion. It also says that the Oxfam study also revealed how children from poor families are disadvantaged, reduce their chances at a better life. The story continues there. All right, still on the top header there, Ruto, I will deal with goons. President William Ruto has issued a stern warning against the insurgents of politicians, political thugs across the country, declaring that the government will take firm action against those who mobilize youth to unleash violence and disrupt public gatherings. Okay, so let's come back to the discussion here. Of course, a lot has been happening, but I want to get your reaction to this. Gachagua rattles his opposition allies with the Nairobi zoning plan. Allow me to start with you, Mark Ndingo. The story is about a fresh storm hit by the opposition after former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua unveiled a zoning plan that would bar affiliate parties from fielding candidates for governor, MP, MCS positions in Nairobi.
Thank you, Victor. I think the story about Gachagua claiming to have most of the MP seats in Nairobi, and also getting the governor, the senator, the women rep. I think it was too ambitious for the DCP party leader, because I would say for the governor of Nairobi, that can be negotiated. But when it comes to the 17 seats for the MPs in Nairobi, that is something which needs to be left to the voters to decide on the people to elect. Because you can't close other parties of the opposition from vying for those seats and claim to give it to one party. But having said that, I think what Gachagua was trying to do was just trying to test waters and see how the other parties were going to react. And immediately we heard the Wiper Party leader deny that there was such an arrangement. And I'm sure this is something they are going to sit back and find a solution, because for Nairobi has always been in the opposition, and most of the seats have always gone to opposition parties. And it will be unfair for Wiper, other parties to leave it to DCP, because DCP would want to control Nairobi, and Nairobi is not for one tribe. I think it's a cosmopolitan town, which cannot be left to be just for DCP alone. So I want to say Gachagua, that was his opinion. Yeah. I don't think there was any discussion about that, because even the partner in the opposition, the Wiper Party, denied it. So we are waiting to see.
That is what I want, because Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka denied that plan.
Yeah.
That deal over Nairobi seats.
Yeah, that tells us. That tells us something, that nothing was discussed between the two party leaders. It was just an opinion from DCP. Yeah, because if it was something that was discussed, a Wiper Party could not have denied it immediately. Yeah.
Okay. Allow me to come back to you, Mheshimiwa Wafula. Then when you look at, Nairobi is at the central of Kenyan politics.
Correct.
And it's cosmopolitan. We have got different tribes voting in Nairobi. When it comes time for election and voting, many people do not travel back to their rural homes to vote.
Correct.
They find themselves here. Yeah. But what do you think really got into the Honorable Gashagua's mind to talk about the Nairobi seat? Because Nairobi seat is not just a seat. It has some statement to it.
Correct. You know, to me, Victor, I don't know, maybe Honorable Reggie does not learn this thing very fast, because why he was impeached, it was about shares.
Yes.
Why he was impeached, it was about shares. And I think President Ruto survived with him in that shorter time. I think was suffering, because this is the reason why he was impeached. And now he's bringing back to Kalonzo, giving Kalonzo a sharing mode of Nairobi seats. Right from the governor, he wants to take governorship to DCP, senatorship to DCP, women rep to DCP, member of parliament. Out of 18, he wants 17. My friend, just tell me, if now we extend to cabinet sharing, then he will need 70% of the cabinet sharing. Then I think Kalonzo might also not work with Reggie if elected. They will not finish even 5 months. Yeah.
How dangerous is that? Because he says that only DCP, only DCP will field candidates for governor, senator, and woman rep in the capital city.
That one is being selfish. And Mark, you know that it is not the Kamba community, my friend, where you come from, and the Kikuyu community are the people in Nairobi. You can see most of the members of parliament in Nairobi are from different. Actually, Nairobi is a cosmopolitan. That is why you find a member of parliament from ODM and these other parties are in Nairobi. So you cannot be sure that they will get all those seats. And with that arrangement, then most of the people will shy off from their alignment. I think it will not work.
Was that a plan? Was that a bait or a trap?
No, I think when Rigiji announced this, he said that we have discussed. And later on, when I saw Kalonzo saying that people are planting people, I think sharing mode on us for us to divide. But I remember I spoke on this table that this opposition arrangement will not last for long. And I told you that. And immediately you saw member of parliament, a former member of parliament, a cabinet secretary from Mount Kenya, claiming the same. So we don't see. And Victor, banking on the last by-elections, which has happened, and last time I told you in Runyenches, I think the government will win, and you literally disputed that. You've
Bere,
seen,
not
Bere.
Bere, yeah.
Bere, yes. You disputed that. You can see now. And I told you the government alignment will sweep all these seats. And you can see, indeed, all parliamentary seats went into this alignment, this Kenya Kwanza team. So it is a reflection of 2027. The way
is it entirely? Let me come back to you, Mark. Is it entirely a reflection of 2027? Because I think ODM retained their seats in Magarini, in Kasipul, and when you go to Malava, it was ANC, but then since ANC has moved and closed shop and now joined the government, it's now taken by UDA.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a reflection of what will happen in 2027 because, as you have said, in Mombasa, ODM just got their seat back.
Yeah.
In Malava, it was within the government. It only changed parties. In maybe the opposition loss was in Bere because the MP went to a different party, and formally it was with the DP. But I don't think it's something for the government to celebrate, because if you look at the fingers, they are so close. And also, again, if we go by what happened, I don't think the elections were won fairly. They were just won by force, by crook, by fire, by intimidation. And in 2027, everybody is going to be busy by himself. He will be busy. The MCA, the MP, the governor, the president. So the results will not be the same. It will be a different game altogether. Yeah.
I don't know what you make of this. When Gachagua said that the DCP party would only present candidates for governor, senator, and woman representative, while the 17, this is a keyword, while the 17 parliamentary and 85 MCA seats would be shared between DCP and Kalonzo Musyoka's Wiper party.
I think this is an outrageous statement, because if you talk about 17 seats going to one party, DCP, and Nairobi being a cosmopolitan town, we are expecting to have even other parties from the government. I'm sure ODM is going to get some seats from Nairobi.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and
currently ODM has almost 42 or thereabout MCAs.
Yes, and most of the seats will go to other parties. ODM might not get the number of MCAs they have currently, because the arrangement will be different. You know, that time it was an opposition, and Nairobi has always been in opposition. It has always gone against the government. So I would imagine a situation whereby you give DCP 18 MPs and you give Wiper one. That means you are dealing with only 2 tribes in Nairobi, and that cannot happen. I don't see a situation of whereby Gachagua is even going to get, if he gets more, maybe we talk of about 10. Yeah, but because I know you've been in the opposition. Wiper, I'm sure, this time, because in other elections, Kalonzo has always been behind Baba. This time he's going to be in the front line. So I expect Wiper to get not less than 5 seats from Nairobi.
Where is this idea coming from? Is it because of the Kariobangi North victory for DCP?
No. I think what the Gachagua was trying to say is he wants to put a claim on their negotiation about who is going to be the presidential flag bearer. So it was a statement to give Kalonzo the flag bearer of the opposition, and then you relinquish all the seats in Nairobi. It was just an opinion, so that the other parties can sit down and see which number is going to be given to DCP, which number is going to be given to Wiper and other parties. Yeah, I think there is something they are discussing, which Gachagua tried to put it so that people can have something to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah. It was not a suggestion, it was a demand from Gachagua.
No, it was a statement, not a demand.
It was a demand that this is what we want.
No statement is just by coincidence.
Yeah, this is what we demand. It is a demand. This is what we want. That was a demand. It was not just a statement. And you know, he claimed that when he put those demands without actually consulting Kalonzo how we should share. He just made that demand out of no negotiation at all. So that's why Kalonzo came up refuting that, you see. So it is a clear message that, and you know, Gachagua brought up this demand because when he was ejected as a deputy president, he cannot buy, he cannot be in any government office. Of course, people will claim on that. So that's why he wanted to get a major share in any coalition he'll form. He wants to get a major share. Yeah. So that is why he claimed that those seats, senator, governor in Nairobi area, and also when they win the ministerial position, he'll need a major share.
Does it have any political ramification when such a statement is made? Having in mind that DCP is only 6 months old, we have to give it, by the way, because they have won 3 seats in the just concluded by-election. But any political ramification to, generally, when you talk about that, and you want to do the zoning of who is going to take what, who is going to take what, having in mind that we have government in place, local government, that is the county, dominated by ODM. What political ramification does that really have?
No, I think, to me, I don't think if that one will hold water, it won't last. And it will not go anywhere because if that demand is made and they expect other political parties to join them, what is their share? And the flag bearer, what will he stand with to his people? Just a presidential flag? No, he wants also something. So I think that was a misplaced statement from my good friend, whom I respect so much, but it won't go far.
Okay. I want to ask you this question to all of you. We've all known that Gachagua has always said that he has locked Mount Kenya. Why hasn't he talked about any county in the mountain? Why Nairobi?
Yeah, because, you know, he feels like Mount Kenya is his. Now he wants where the open field can be shared, now Nairobi. Not putting in mind that the numerical number in Nairobi is not purely from Mount Kenya. No, that's why you see most seats are won from upcountry people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the numerical strength in Nairobi is not purely from the mountain. Yeah, it's shared, equally it's shared. So you can't claim that now this one, I need this in Nairobi as a county. And you know, Nairobi, being like a governor of Nairobi, you are just a small president. This is a big county with a lot of resources. And that is why he was fighting the present governor. Immediately they were sworn in. He started fighting and imitating him, organizing people to to threaten the governor. Yes. So he knew very well what this county holds in terms of cash flow. Yes.
Okay.
And again, I think he could not talk about the Mount Kenya counties because he feels he has Mount Kenya in his pocket, and he believes he has locked Central Province. So his main interest is to have Nairobi so that he can control the Nairobi politics. Because for one, we cannot ignore the fact that Nairobi is, there are more Kikuyus in Nairobi than any other tribe, followed by other tribes like the Luos and the Luyas. So he wants to have that control of Nairobi after having locked Central Province so that he can extend his control within other parts of the country. And we can give it to him because he managed to get 3 MCA seats after only having registered the party in the last...
Actually, the party is not even launched yet.
Yeah, it's not even launched, so I think he's sending a statement that if I can get an MCA in Western Province, another one in Masai Land, another one in Nairobi, I can also get a control of Nairobi. So it's a statement, and also it's also he wants to he's somebody who wants to put how do I put it? He wants to. He's too forceful when he wants something, and I think I can agree with my friend here. The same issues of pushing too much with other partners is the same issue that gave him problems with the ruling party, Kenya Kwanza. So I think he needs also to check his statements because we don't want to go back to where we were. We want to have a united opposition so that we can approach 2027 together. Yeah.
You know, you all know this, gentlemen, that in politics there's nothing that happens by accident or coincidence. When he spoke about this thing on Sunday, we also saw Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka responding to that statement yesterday. Was it by design? Mark?
I think it was not by design because, you know, in politics, once something is said about you, you have to find a place and a function somewhere so that you can answer that person. It would have been more personal if Kalonzo had called a press conference and gave out his statement. But this time, Gachagua said it in Nairobi in a church function. Kalonzo said it in Machakos in a Thanksgiving ceremony. So if you want to answer somebody politically, you have to answer him through a political rally.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, Victor, you know, those sentiments were not just by coincidence. It was just a planned sentiments by Ricky G. Because maybe he wanted to discuss this issue with Kalonzo, and Kalonzo didn't give out some good time for him. So he tried to preempt a bit early so that Kalonzo can digest and come up with a formula. Yes.
Okay. So we've talked about Gachagua and his position in Nairobi, but you are a Ford Kenya chairperson in Western Kenya, Trans Nzoia to be specific, and you are a Ford Kenya life member, I suppose, right?
Correct, Victor.
What happened in Kabuchai?
Kabuchai, you know, yesterday, I knew you'll ask me this question, Victor. Yesterday I was discussing with my friend, he works in Portland Cement, about Kabuchai. Now he was asking me, how did you lose Kabuchai? I told him, we did not lose.
What happened?
We did not lose Kabuchai.
You lost.
No, what happened? An independent candidate?
I want to explain this.
Oh, no, fine. I want to give you tea. Yes. I want to give you tea, Umwami, as we do this.
Yes.
I know where you come from. Tea is important.
No problem.
Right back. Stay with us. right. So I'm told that break was as brief as that, but we have to continue. So now, director says that that topic was so good that he really didn't want to lose it. So let's come back. What really happened in Kabushai? Because Kabushai is presumed to be the bedroom, let me use that word now,
yes,
of Ford Kenya party leader, that is Speaker Masika Wetangula.
Yes.
And we also what happened during the by-election,
Yes.
which nobody is ready to talk about, but let's talk about. We cannot sweep it under the carpet.
Yeah,
happened?
I think yesterday I was watching you having with the other panelists here, and you are discussing the issue of Kabuchai without my presence. Now I was wondering who will give you the correct answer. Because those people who are discussing about Kabuchai do not come from...
He called me. I think he was rattled.
Yes, I called him
He
and
called me while
I was disturbed in the studio.
I saw the crowd.
You cannot discuss something you don't know.
Okay.
Let me come and explain to you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know Kabuchai, this is a Luhya nation. A Luhya nation has so many sub-tribes, sub-clans, and clans and sub-tribes. So in Kabuchai, you know, basically that one is like a village. That ward is like a village, mounted with so many little clans. Majorly, the major clan, which is the Balako. The Balako is the major clan in Kabuchai ward. Now this Balako, they are the one who elected Majimbo Kalasinga with the MP of Kabuchai right now. They are dominant, you understand? So I think the officials of Ford Kenya and Bungoma shared this matter with the speaker, that now the member of parliament comes from Balako clan. Then we give Kabuchai MCA from Balako. Then these other small clans, how will they feel? So I think the speaker gave them an okay to do what they think it is right. Now, the officials of Ford Kenya got another candidate and brought him on the board. Now, because the clan had sat down with the member of parliament for Kabuchai, who is from Balako clan, and forced him that you must stand with your blood for the MCA. Now they sat down and said that if we put him in a different party, then it will change the contest and we will lose. Because most of the people, they are affiliated with Ford Kenya. So these people, they decided to take this candidate as an independent candidate. You see, Victor? I think, Victor, you are getting it because you are the one who was asking this question. I want you to listen very clearly. The member of parliament decided to stand with the MCA from his clan. So that is why they put him as an independent candidate. The DAPK had a candidate. They felt like the DAPK could not strike any deal, and then they decided to withdraw their candidate from the rest. Now, the Balako in that ward, there are many, and they vote overwhelmingly to their own candidate.
But
and that's why he won the seat.
Obwami, for somebody in Nairobi who does not understand what Malako is all about, it's about candidates went to the ballot and an independent candidate won. The details about behind the scenes and all that, I believe that actually also happened to where I come from. We also have negotiated democracy.
Now,
that
yes,
happens.
This one was supposed to be a negotiated democracy. But now the clan refused that. Now this one, the MCA said, belongs to, because we are the majority in this ward. Now we cannot be led with a small clan. That was the reason.
Okay.
So they mobilized their clan to vote for their candidate.
Which is quite political. That's a political movement.
Yes, it was political because they feel like the member of parliament can be negotiated. Yes, they gave us, but now this one, who controls most of their peoples in the grassroots, they must come from their clan, which is the dominant. But they have the numerical number.
The bottom line is Fort Kenya did not win the seat.
Yes, because And I remember very well during the campaign trail, the independent candidate approached the speaker, said that I'm your child. It is just because we didn't want to go to any other party so that we could feel like we could be like deferring your party. We decided to go independently because we don't want any other party around. And that is why you find the hypocrites decided to go and campaign for him, thinking that they have won. No. He gave allegiance to the party leader, the speaker, that even if I win, I remain loyal to the party and to the county government led by the Fort Kenya.
Even the Fort Kenya party leader could have as well campaigned for the independent candidate, because the independent candidate was not, did not have a political party,
no,
at least to claim
and, you know,
the win.
In fact, the speaker went there almost twice only. Yeah, he didn't want to waste a lot of time there. The most of the time he went is Malava. And that is where he spent some little time.
Allow me to ask you this question, Omwami. And even you now, Mark. We've seen a lot of movements in Western Kenya, and it's fair enough that he's explaining, you know, some of these things have a lot of details behind them, politically speaking. But there is aspect of Tawi movement. What do you think is the effect of that movement in Western Kenya? We will come back to that, Omwami. You understand this better than us.
I know Omwami wants to console himself because they did not get a seat. But there is a factor we cannot ignore in Western, that is the Tawi movement. Natembeya has just been in the political scene for only 3 years. The other players, that is Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi, have been there for many years. And yes, somebody who has come just the other day, 3 years, he has now managed to control some part of Western, which cannot be ignored. So I think the Tawi movement is going to shape the politics of Western Province, given the influence we have seen in the last 3 years. Although the other parties may claim some stake, but we are going to see a more vibrant Tawi movement, a more focused Natembeya, and things are not going to be that easy for the other players. But politics being politics, let's wait and see. We are watching, but I can see a changed Western Province. I don't think they are going to vote as a team, as I've always gone to elections and divided a lot. This time I think they are going to have at least some unity, either in opposition, and I can see them in opposition, not in government.
That one is a good one. He's seeing us going to opposition, not in the government. That one is a good.
It's not that hard, though.
But let me tell you this, because, you know, even, let me give an example of President Ruto. When he actually wanted to, he showed up that he want to go for the presidential seat. Actually, the outsiders used his own people from his backyard to fight him. Mostly the people from his village. They fought with President William Ruto. And they are the one who was actually in the media talking ill about President Ruto and so forth. So we understand this game in politics. It is there. Now that, you know, I'm the source. Somebody said that the recipient of intelligence, but the source. I'm the manipulator of intelligent information. So I know how this information goes around because it is part of my field. Kenyans right now, after President Ruto, Kenyans want the Luhya president, most of them. Even when you talk of...
what did you say?
Yes, after President Ruto.
From who?
I'm
Who is going to lead you?
This raw intelligent information.
Okay.
I'm giving you this one. It's for
What
free, my brother.
does that say?
Most Kenyans want a Luya president, especially the communities which have led this country. Kikuyu and the Kalenjin now. They want, after President Ruto, they want the Luya president. And with that, those people have got this information, this wave, calculation wave. They are trying their hard games to divide the Luya unity. And in this table of Jerusalem, once I said that when Kachagwa visited Trans Nzoia for the first time, he met Natembeya. And before that time, when Natembeya was elected, he had never abused any leader, any Luya leader. He had not abused Wetangula or Mudavadi. But after Kachagwa visiting Trans Nzoia, and you know it was immediately after President Ruto left Trans Nzoia. It was less than a week. Even us asked ourselves why. Why is Deputy President coming to Trans Nzoia immediately after the President has left? Did the President send him to deliver another message he forget to give us or what? But immediately the Deputy President left Trans Nzoia. The following day, Natembeya started abusing.
But then, Omami, I will have to ask you this question.
Abusing Wetangula, and some of us who have that knowledge of intelligence,
fair enough.
We felt like it was a well-coordinated move from Rigiji to divide Western votes.
Fair enough. Western has never been united.
It has always been divided.
Correct.
I
agree with you.
The only time that you were close to getting something was during Wamalwa's time.
Correct. When we were given that running mate of Kibaki. Yes, we voted as a bloc, and that is the time Mudavadi lost the seat because he was in the other side. So even right now, when if President William Ruto wants a solid vote from Luya Nation, right from down to bottom, example that one you've said of Wamalwa Kijana, let him pick his running mate from Western.
How many counties do we have in the Western region?
Counties, we have Trans Nzoia.
4.
We have Bungoma, we have Kakamega, we have Vihiga, we have Busia 5.
We have Vihiga.
Yes,
ODM
5.
currently commands how many counties? Busia?
Not Busia, yes.
Busia, Vihiga?
Yes.
Kakamega?
Yes.
And what else?
Those 2. Those 3.
The 3?
Yes.
Then Bungoma goes to?
It is Fort Kenya.
And then Natembeya takes Trans Nzoia.
Yes.
And then now we have the other side. Now, when you have all this put together, at what point will they come together and speak one language? Because we all know how it's so split into different tribes and sub-tribes, okay? The outcome of the by-election, that is in Kabuchai, and now what happens, we all know the MCA from Prime Cabinet Secretary's ward is not from ANC. We all now know that ANC folded the House and joined government. How is it going to convince the Luyas that we are together with all this matrix and the Thai movement also starting the hornet's nest?
You see, this one is very easy calculation, the way I've said, and the way you've given an example of Wamalwa Kijana, our numerical strength can only be realized when we are contesting on something or when we are on the top seat. Example of Wamalwa's time, when Kibaki chose him to be a running mate. That is when our numerical strength came up clearly. Western and the whole entire Luya nation will vote overwhelmingly if their person is either running mate or the presidential candidate. That will come up clearly. Even those people who have been supporting ODM, and I think if that is the game, you will see even the Luo Nyanza will be supporting the Western people.
But when was Musalia contesting? You did not vote for Musalia when he was contesting as a presidential candidate. I think if we base it on your unity on Wamalwa, we'll be missing the point, because the dynamics of 202 are different now, because at that time, Kenyans were united in one thing, in removing Moi from power, because Kanu had ruled for so many years. And the Luyas could not be left by other Kenyans. But when it came to 2017, when Musalia was vying for the president, you did not give him votes. He only managed to get less than 500 votes. Yeah. You could have shown us that unity. I think Luyas have a perennial problem of going to the elections divided, and I don't know why.
Sometimes you can
maybe it's because you want to put you don't want to put your oranges in one basket. You want to try opposition. You want to try the government.
Is it orange? I almost said something. Anyway, let's come back to this. Now that the emergence of political axis that we've witnessed because of the by-election, a lot of movement happened. In Nyanza, we had so many independent candidates threatening even political parties. We've seen different political parties also shifting. And we've also seen underdogs, people who came from nowhere and clinching the seats. Mark, the political axis that we are seeing after the by-election, what does this really see? That not even ahead of 2027, but democratically as we move as a country?
I think as we move forward as a country, we must be worried, because we just came from by-elections, and what we saw, I think, is something that is going to worry Kenyans, because those were not elections. Those were something different. Because elections, you vote for leaders according to their ideologies and their strategies. But if you go to an election whereby you're having a cabinet minister storming a polling station and chasing everybody, and announcing his candidates as the winner, that is not an election. An election whereby you have so many people, like what we saw in Malava. Panyako was intimidated even before the voting started. That is not an election. So I think if we mean well for this country, I think we need to change the way we do our elections. And I hope what the president said about the Goonism is going to do something about it. Not just because, not just doing the stopping the Goonism in Kariobangi. He needs to talk about what happened in the elections, because for elections is to be fair, we need to have something different. And 2027, if we go by the current situation, I think that the by-elections will just look like a Riaso, and we are afraid. We might not even have a free and fair election.
You know, when you talk of Panyako in Malava, Panyako has been a unionist, and he's full of drama. You know that. Equally the same as Malala. Malala, actually, he recites a lot of poems, and he's a dramatist. So when you combine the two, they can form up something, and you feel it surreal. So when people, Panyako, claim that he has been invaded in his home, I don't think if that was the real thing, because that day was a voting day. People were just busy.
But we saw cars being burnt.
No, during that time, it was during the campaign time when people stormed some vehicles, and some people wanted some money, and they have addressed some people, and they want to leave the place without giving them money when they had promised them money. So people became violent and stormed some vehicles of those people. Now they claim that it is the people from the government side storming those vehicles. You can see even the shooting in Kapchai. You know, Governor Natembeya has been a regional commissioner. He knows the effect of a gun bullet, Victor. When a gunshot is it's hard. The immediate action you take is taking cover. But when we saw that one in the clip, gunshots are being fired, and Natembeya is just on top of the vehicle. He's not even trampled, he's just comfortable on top of the vehicle, as if he's wearing a bulletproof, or that bullet cannot come to him because he knows where it's coming and where it's heading. So in another language, because I've been in that field of security, I know very well, maybe it is a stage, and actually it is under investigation, and I feel it was a stage managed to get sympathy votes for some other candidates. So all these things is a game, Victor. You might think that people are intimidated. It's not the same.
Fine.
It's not
that's how politics is played. Intimidation, you intimidate your opponent so that you can run with it. But intimidation is against the electoral rules in Kenya. You should not intimidate. You go to the field fairly.
No, this one was not actually intimidation, but it was getting a sympathy vote.
Okay. So
it's a stage managed game to get a sympathy vote.
Okay, fine. Now, when you have got new political entrants in the political arena right now, many people expected that it was going to be the way they say suit. Okay, suit kutoka juu mpaka chini. But now we are seeing certain emergence or reemergence of new political parties. The DCP also winning 3 political seats. We've seen independent candidates actually threatening the ruling coalition or even the opposition itself, ODM. From my own constituency in Kasipul, an independent candidate threatened the entire government institution. I mean, how does that really translate into come 2027? The strength of our political or our democracy in this country, have we matured? Are we giving our space as a nation that is an open field, that you go there, contest, and if you win, you win? If you don't, fair enough. That's a competition. Mark?
I think we are seeing a more enlightened voter who wants to listen to everybody, who wants to give, who wants to listen to every leader who seeks for votes. And
based on the ideologies
based also on what we have been having with the political parties, whenever they do nominations, we've seen that most of the nominations are not, party nominations are not fair. So the voter is trying to send a statement that you can do your nominations, you choose whoever you want to choose, you can come and campaign, you tell us we vote as a suit, we vote all your candidates, but the final say remains with us, the voters. So I think the voter is trying to send a statement that going forward, we are not going to entertain those embossed candidates, and they want also to make it to at least to have our democracy improve, because without this new constitution, whereby we allow independent candidates to vie, we used to have people who are elected, but on the basis of being vie with the party at that region, which is not good for our democracy. So I think our democracy is in a way improving, and we are going to see more. I can predict a bigger number of independent candidates in 2027, all the way from MCA to the governors.
No, I think it is a clear lesson to political parties that when they make a nomination, they should not just go to their own favorite candidate. No, it's a clear one. Even as we've learned a lesson as a party, we've learned a lesson as a party. We will not be going just because this one is favored by a senior person in the party. No, we are forming up some structures to get raw intelligent information from the voters and sketch up how we get the strength of a candidate so that we can pick the correct candidate. Picking a candidate because he's known, that's what takes some candidates to independence, and really make a big impact on the ground.
But then what kind of a message is being sent to the political parties?
It's a clear message that they should not just unpick somebody because they have some other relationship embossing to voters. No, now it is clear that you must ask voters who is the favorite candidate so that you can give him a ticket and win the seat. Otherwise, the way things have been going, that either the party can decide to pick anybody and give him a ticket for that contest. People will not go with that. People will, other candidates, the favorite candidate with the voters will decide to go for independence and win the election.
Yeah. Look at it this way. When you go for party nominations, it's chaotic. And it's always quite apparent that the moment, Mark, you have the party ticket, you are good to go. The nomination certificate, you are good to go. But you correctly put it that Wanjiku is the final say. Okay, fine. Party X or Y will have you as their preferred candidate, but Wanjiku, who is a voter, has the final word. Kenya Constitution is a robust one, and since 1992, you know, multi-party politics and all that, we've been enjoying that for quite a long time. But when you see now the emergence of independent candidates, new political parties, a clear example, again, classic one, is DCP, which is not yet launched, actually, and already has 3 seats. What do you really think is going to happen in the next general election? One, with regards to the mainstream political parties fielding their candidates, and 2, having a fair nomination to present a candidate for the election. Wafula?
I think the best way is having fair nomination and present to election. Because with that one, you will not gamble. Otherwise, if you just pick a candidate because either maybe has contributed some good amount of money to the party, now you give him a ticket, that one will not go down well. Because I know very well, some of these candidates have invested heavily to the people.
Yes.
They have contributed a lot during day-to-day activities to the people. And that is why people down there, they have trust on them. Now, if you deny them a ticket and you have that fond of giving out tickets to newcomers, that is when you'll see the independent candidates emerging. And if most of the political parties are not going to change, you'll see 2027 a lot of independent candidates coming in.
And if it, of course, even with time. Yeah.
And also, I think also the voter is trying to send a message with to the point that the mainstream parties have not been serving them well. That's why you find any new party is coming up is getting some leaders as opposed to the old parties. So I think as we approach 2027, the voter is going to look at the parties that give them the good ideologies, the parties that promise to work to give service leadership, and those parties that have been associated with and picking leaders, I think they are going to have it rough because the independent candidates are there to replace those leaders, and also the emerging new parties are also going to claim some share of those seats. So I see a situation whereby the new the upcoming parties are going to have more seats as opposed to the old parties. Yeah.
I like the way the late Baba used to do. If he could get an opportunity somewhere, he just picks members of his party, and he asks who is the next preferred person for this seat or for this appointment, either in the government and whatever. He used to pick people from his party, not picking from outside the party, no. Those people who have been loyal in the party for some time, he used to pick them. And that one gives the morale of people staying in the party at whatever time when it is dry or when they are harvesting. Yeah, people feel like one day it will be their time. So parties should also learn on how to reward their loyalists.
Yes.
Very important.
Okay. Now, what do you think runs in the minds of the voter, Wanjiku? Because now we have just come from that exercise and everything is now quiet. But what do you think is now running in the minds of Wanjiku? We saw some 2 months of serious campaigns in the country.
Yes.
A lot of resources deployed. IBC also did their part. It was a testing ground for them. We give it up to them. Where there are some challenges here and there, they can go back and do a post-mortem.
Correct.
But then now, what do you really think runs in the mind of Wanjiku? And for anybody who wants to vie in the next election, the immediate one is 2027, what do you think should be happening? And what should be their message? Because it now seems that political parties are going to have it so rough in the next poll.
Actually, this was a litmus test.
Yeah.
It was a litmus test to the political parties. It was a litmus test to
the
Wanjiku,
coalitions,
the Wanjiku, and litmus test to Wanjiku, to coalitions.
Yeah.
And when I seen the coalitions, like Kenya Kwanza, I think that one they managed to strike a good deal, because they did not, bring candidates to one.
They don't compete.
To compete together, no. They gave a chance to a particular party to present their candidates.
Yeah.
So that one they won. But now litmus test is actually to the political parties and Wanjiku. That was the thing. And also, it was a litmus test to IBC to show that they can really manage how to have a free and fair election. That was another thing. Yeah. So in Wanjiku, I think like now we can see the way people were campaigning, the campaign was being run. So you could see so many people in a place, and finally when we go to a real voting, you see few voters coming up. That one implies that sometimes during campaign like this one of by-election, most people are being ferried to the ground. But the real voter remained there. And during voting time, the voters, election matters, counted for them.
Okay.
It is not actually the multitude of the people you could see that carry the crowd to vote no.
Yes.
Actually, that was not the thing. That is what we saw in Malava and is it Beira North? Beira North.
Okay.
Yes. You could see a big crowd, but during voting time, the real voters came up.
I think the voter is just the usual voter. And
is not an enlightened one?
Not much, because if you look at the concluded by-elections, the voter did not go for quality. He went for who gave what. Because in most of those by-elections, a lot of money changed hands. And most of the voters who voted, if you ask one or two, they will tell you they did not vote because they wanted to vote for so-and-so. They voted because they were given something to vote. And they were enticed with other things, with the foodstuffs and a lot of things. So I think the voter will need to do more of awareness on how our voters should choose their leaders as we approach 2027. And it will not be different, because money being a factor in politics, our voter will always go to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
And that has always been the case. And unless our democracy matures, I don't see much change to the voter.
I beg to differ on that one, because nowadays, like where I come from, people will come and tell you that you are the only one. Just bring. We are waiting for you. You are just bring. We finish us, count us out, and clear us, because you are the only one. Actually, don't even campaign. Just leave it to us and give our share, and then you go. Everything is sorted. You go. They come and pick another one. The other opponent comes. They same thing. Now you find that it is not actually about how you give money. These people, sometimes they have made a decision already. They just, you bring them money, you bring them anything, they'll just eat, they'll vote differently.
Okay.
Just the same Malava did.
I think that
Most
is,
of the people gave out money, but
I think
they voted differently.
we have to wrap it up. We are past time. Oh my goodness. Tumepiga story mpaka tumepitia wakati. Okay, 2 seconds. 2 seconds, kindly.
Let me say, the voter will... my friend is talking about the voter being enlightened,
yes.
but I don't think that our voter is more enlightened. Yes, they will eat your money and not vote for you, but what matters in election is that time of the day of the election. Whatever what they get in that the day is what determines where they're going to vote.
We have to wrap it up there. Thank you. Asante sana. We are out of time. Wafula Mutacho, Ford Kenya Chair, Trans Nzoia County. I wish we had more time to get there, but thank you so much for coming. You've explained what happened in Kabuchai. Check-in. Thank you so much. And as well as Mark Ndingo, who is a politician and a political analyst. Gentlemen, thanks sana for coming. We are taking a break. When we come back, we'll also be waiting for that live link from State House where the president is going to launch the National Government Automated Reporting Management Information System, that is NGRARMIS, that is going to be happening at State House here in Nairobi. So stick around for that live event. But right about now, taking a break. When we come back, we'll be crossing over to Zinga. Stay with us. Good morning.